Okay, so we're not going to do a reading for this video. I'm just going to let this spin right here because it's kind of interesting. But for this week here, it's going to be, we're going to go from April the 4th to the 8th there. We're going to be doing just readings with the elements and the playing cards and the tarot, so all mixed up into one thing. So the next videos that you're going to see, you know, here on Path and Tarot is like, that mixture of stuff. So it may be a tarot, maybe not tarot. So it could be something else, could be an element or a playing card, but we'll talk about it just as we would as you work through tarot cards. You can apply the same sort of thinking and reading methods here. So stay tuned with me as these videos come out throughout the week here. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, here we go. This is for this week here. What week is it? I already from Monday the 4th to the 8th of April, we're going to be doing a mixture of elements, playing cards, tarot cards here. So this is going to be for Monday. Let's see what we get. Ooh, 3 of hearts. Or water. It's got the water emotion of social engagement, expanding the partnerships. But the emotions are sort of uncertain. There's social engagements happening, but there's an uncertainty about the purpose or at least the outcome, I think. But I think what is the result is that your partnerships will expand. Like you'll expand your social circle. So whatever does happen, you'll have possibly you'll know more people. I met some new people recently, so that's cool. All right, we'll see you out there. Here we are. We're gonna do a draw of a mixture of everything. This deck is pretty big when you consider how many. There's 3 different decks into it. Well over 100 cards here. Almost 200. But yeah, let's see if we get an element, playing card, or tarot card. We'll talk about it. We got spirit, one of the elements, the 5th element. The 5th element was just on TV here on the weekend. My parents were watching it; they hadn't seen it, but I saw it in the theaters when I was very young. It was a really cool experience, but it's an interesting story because it kind of follows a classical hero's journey. Go get the 4 keys to unlock this 5th thing, which is like the 5th element. And it's funny because the way they bring out the 5th element in one of the characters is through an act of love. I think that's kind of neat. So, when you're dealing with spirit and the universe and all that archetypal energy, love is at the core of all of it. Okay, here we go. We're in the middle of the week here. We're drawn from all of the tarot cards, all the elements and the playing cards, and we're going to see what we get, basically. I like using all 3 of the decks because you never know what you're going to get. And what do we got here? We got the 5 of diamonds, giving us new enterprises. So you may think, the 5, diamonds are pentacles with earth, but in the playing card meanings, it's a little bit different. So this is something that's really good, like new enterprise, developing yourself financially, and beginning the realizations of your success. So if you're seeing this, you're probably at a point where things are like coming together. You're at the halfway point of this. There's like a new thing happening. Maybe you've pivoted it a little bit and you've changed the direction, but it's a new thing and it's going to develop. It will be successful. Here we go. We're going to be drawing from all the tarot cards, all the elemental cards, and the playing cards. Mix them up all together here. We're going to see what we get. We're going to jam on it. So if this is coming to you, then it is for you. So take heed of the message that we get of fire, transformation. Things are changing. The club is kind of like an interesting type of change because it's not like a sword that you can like clearly cut things with. the wand is more like a club, right? It's something more visceral in a way. But you can light the club on fire. That's the other interesting thing too. You can burn it. And that's kind of how I look at fire when I work with the element, when I talk about it. It's transformative. It's like building your bonfire. But at the same time as you transform, you attract things to you, and it gives you that vitality to further transform things. So we'll see what you transform into by the end of the week. Here we are. So we've got all the tarot cards, all the elemental cards, the playing cards as well, all mixed together into this deck here with your Felice Tarot program. I love this program. It's so cool, so fun to work with. We're gonna draw a card for you, talk about it. We'll see what we get. Now, if you're seeing this for the first time, you're like, what is this? Like, what's going on? This is meant for you, so pay attention. We got fire last time. We're getting fire again. So it means that fire is important. We should really pay attention to how we transform in our lives. But also take note of how we transform. Because if you think, I talk about fire as like a bonfire and how it can attract people, but think of how you construct a bonfire out in nature. Sometimes it's a necessary thing to do to cook your food, right? But you don't want to leave behind unnecessary things from that transformation of the space to make the fire, right? So you want to clean up after yourself, because if you say go down to like the beach, or have like a beach fire or something, you don't want to leave behind garbage and all that stuff, like in real life. So think about your transformation in that way and how you transform. Make sure you're not leaving any garbage behind. All right, bye. Okay, here we are with a PathandTarot collective reading mixed. It's got everything. It's got all the elements, playing cards, tarot cards put together. And if you see this, it's for you. It's meant for you at this time. But these can be done at a certain time. If you see them much later on, it still works for you. That's the beauty of this. These types of readings. It's non-temporal. They don't have a quality of time. So we're stuck on fire. This is crazy. We just had fire twice in these readings. But you know what? It's better to just stick on this. We'll talk about it more. We talked originally or just previously about as you transform, don't leave behind a mess of your transformation. And I think that's a really important thing. But as you we'll assume that you transform well, and you clean up after yourself, and to move forward. But you want to make sure that whatever you transform into is something that can continuously revitalize yourself too. That I think maybe that's as we're seeing this element again, it's like, well, what else could there be? That could be one more thing to pay attention at, because fire is an important element. So that's kind of what we should be working on here if we're seeing this here for the first time, is make sure that what you transform into is something that can continuously revitalize you without much effort, because that takes a lot of energy. If you're stuck doing something you don't want to do, that's what drains you. So whatever you transform into, make sure it's something that can continuously revitalize yourself.